Just months ago, McLaren was being hailed as a team reborn, a rejuvenated force challenging Red Bull and Ferrari, with two young lions leading the charge. But now, as the 2025 season barrels toward its dramatic conclusion, the Orange Garage is beginning to simmer with internal tension. One championship, two drivers, and a truth no one can escape. Only one of them will walk away as world champion. In Hungary, the cracks finally surfaced. A controversial strategy call handed Lando Norris the win, slicing Oscar Piastri's championship lead to just 9 points. The final laps weren't just racing. They were psychological warfare. Lockups, near contact, and pointed radio messages, all painting a clear picture. The battle lines are drawn, and now McLaren CEO Zak Brown has broken his silence. This video will take you deep behind the curtain of McLaren's internal power struggle. So if you're passionate about the real politics and pressure of Formula One, make sure to subscribe and stay with us to the end. What's unfolding inside McLaren could define the future of both drivers. Let's break it down. Zak Brown's recent comments are as revealing as they are unsettling. He's confirmed what many insiders have long suspected. McLaren is doing everything it can to prevent an all-out civil war between Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri. But the signs of strain are becoming increasingly difficult to ignore, and the battle for the 2025 title may already be eroding the unity that McLaren has spent years building. Hungary wasn't just another Grand Prix. It was a turning point. The race exposed the subtle cracks that have been forming all season. Norris benefited from a superior strategy, holding off Piastri in a high-stakes finale that saw the Aussie lock up and nearly take out his teammate. But what really lit the fuse was Piastri's radio message. "I don't care about Leclerc. I just want the best chance to beat Lando." That wasn't a heat-of-the-moment outburst. That was the sound of a championship battle turning personal. Up until now, McLaren has carefully walked a tightrope, promoting harmony while fostering two ambitious title-worthy drivers. Piastri has been the cool-headed assassin, consistent, sharp, and emotionally restrained. Norris, the longtime McLaren golden boy, has evolved from the paddock's class clown into a hardened, motivated winner. But when both men believe this is their year, something has to give. The ghosts of Montreal still linger. Norris took responsibility after colliding with Piastri and ending the Britain's race prematurely. It was classified as a racing incident, one that got out of the way early. But in a title fight, every lost point matters. And even if the team moves on, drivers rarely forget. Now McLaren faces a reality few teams are prepared to handle. Two drivers, one title, and no clear hierarchy. Zak Brown has admitted that the team is preparing for the inevitable heartbreak. One of them will be devastated, he said bluntly. That kind of honesty is rare in F1, but it reveals the storm that's brewing behind the scenes. Brown and team principal Andrea Stella are already discussing how to manage the emotional fallout. Imagine it. 10 races to go, one mechanical failure, one safety car misjudgment, one botched pit stop, and a championship swings out of reach. How do you ask a driver who's given everything to simply accept defeat within his own team? Brown insists that McLaren's culture, based on open, transparent communication, will keep things from spiraling. But F1 history isn't kind to teammates battling for the title. Just ask Mercedes. Just ask Red Bull. Rivalries like Hamilton versus Rosberg or Vettel versus Webber didn't explode overnight. They simmered beneath the surface, hidden behind PR smiles, until a single moment of betrayal shattered the facade. We may be approaching that moment at McLaren. And then there's the matter of perception. Brown has pushed back hard on claims that Norris is mentally more fragile than Piastri. He called those narratives not accurate, saying Norris is in the best form of his life. And to be fair, the stats back him up. Norris has now won multiple races from pole, silencing critics who once claimed he couldn't close. But perception has power. If Oscar believes the team is protecting Lando, or if Lando feels he's owed team support after years of loyalty, well, that's how trust begins to fracture. There are already whispers in the paddock that Piastri feels increasingly isolated. Some say his tone over team radio has grown colder. Others suggest Norris is beginning to assert himself off track, too. not just as McLaren's frontman, but as the driver who expects the team to rally around him in the final stretch. McLaren's staggering 299-point lead in the Constructors' Championship adds fuel to the fire. There's no external enemy now. Ferrari and Mercedes are out of the title fight. Red Bull, while still lurking with Verstappen, is 97 points behind Piastri, mathematically still in play, but strategically fading. And that means all eyes are inward. The two McLaren cars are no longer allies. They are each other's biggest threat. The irony: McLaren created this problem by being too successful. Their resurgence, powered by smart upgrades, sharp strategy, and a united leadership team, has given them a dilemma most teams would envy. But in F1, internal success can be more dangerous than external competition. Let's talk risk. With the championship so tight, every remaining race is a potential flashpoint.